today, I'm sharing two things. The first, the simple logic of get 90-degree edge every single time. And second, a woodworking knife trick. It leaves the edge way cleaner than sanding paper ever could. So let's get into it. Because I need the body dimension as a reference, my process is to finish the body first, then the crotch. My advice is treat the body outline on paper first. For this build, I designed the three main parts. Two side pieces, a T-shape for the middle, and a connecting section. Now, I'm adding a 1mm buffer to every single edge. Here's why this is a game changer. When you are cutting and gluing by hand, 100% precision is impossible. I use the exactly same trick on the head and the body. This buffer gives you an extra room to sand everything perfectly flat at the very end. And honestly, you can apply this to almost any leather project. For this project, I'm using a very cheap Velveteen coil head. But here's the key. You must take the dentist part of the leather. Now, before you cut anything, this is the step most crafters skip. First and foremost, the hardener. This is what makes the leather hard enough to sand properly. Honestly, I made it myself, under $2. The how-to link is in the comments. You guys better check it out. So I always start from the green side, at least 2 coats. Just brush slowly like this, section by section. Watch how it absorbs. You have to let it drink until it's full. Now, flip to the other side. Both sides are down. Let it dry completely before cutting. That's because leather shrinks as it dries. If you cut too early, your dimensions will already be off. If you stick the template directly on like me, the surface gets marked. But this is the most accurate way to cut. But if you care about keeping it clean, don't copy me. So we work from the center outward. Punch the center hole first. That's your anchor for everything else. Paper templates wear down easily. To keep things perfectly consistent, always get your knife with a steel ruler. A tiny bit of extra accuracy now saves you a ton of mistakes later. Now you see why I left that buffer, right? Look at these gaps. Without sanding, there's no way you are getting this flat. And this brings us our first key skill today. Honestly, any flat surface can be your 90-degree guide. As long as you sand against it, your edges will come out perfectly straight every time. Watch my hand here. Hold it like this. Keep the pressure even. But don't press too hard. More importantly, keep it flat against the jig at all times. The moment you lose contact, your straight edge becomes a bevel. But for the T-shaped sections, the jig won't help you here because of the shape. So it's all about sand a little, check it, sand a little, check it. Honestly, this takes forever. So put on some good music, because otherwise you'll go completely crazy. Okay, now I'm officially confused. I'm 100% sure these rectangles were even treated with sandpaper unglued together right on the platform. But why does it still wrap? I can't figure it out. And I have a really bad feeling about this. But right now, I can't afford to get distracted by this. My only choice is to punch the center hole on the body first, glue the sections together, and just move forward. When you are drilling, I highly recommend securing the piece with double-sided tape. Just like this. Make sure the center hole aligns perfectly with the center mark. See this buffer I left earlier? We're gonna need to sand it flush after drilling. This edge is on a whole different level compared to the last one. Just look at this angle. For anyone in leatherworking, do you honestly think a single day is enough to pull this off? It's time for assembly. To keep things accurate, we need to sketch out some reference lines first. I highly recommend use a square ruler. It saves you a ton of hassle. Honestly, the more reference lines you have, the better. Now, place the T-shaped section right on the top and trace out the remaining outline. Don't get sloppy with the glue here. I highly recommend doing at least 2 coats. If it comes apart later, fixing it is a total nightmare. Now the glue is going to cover up our reference lines. I know it's annoying, but that's exactly why I said to draw as many lines as possible. Once you press it down, double check the alignments immediately. Well, the glue is still wet. You can easily make micro adjustments. Now we sand both sides. This part is purely by feel. To make sure the surface stays perfectly even, I switch up my sanding direction every now and then. When you check your work, make a mental note of which areas are almost flat and where the gaps still are. That way, you'll know exactly where to focus. Look at that. Not bad, right? Did you catch all that? Let me dry fit it real quick so you can see. Look how flat that connect surface is. Wait a minute. Doesn't this kind of look like an ice cream bar? I usually apply a generous amount of glue. As you can see from all the excess squeezing out. Now the key is just to leave it alone and wait for it to dry completely. Here's the second skill you can take away. Using a knife instead of sandpaper. Think about it. Whenever you sand, dust is just everywhere, right? Well, this method changes the game. First thing first, your knife has to be razor sharp. That's non-negotiable. It's still a slow burn, but the best part is zero sanding dust. Through building this Lego man, I got to share these 2 methods with you. And I truly hope they help you out. Well, I finished this up. Still remember that bad feeling I mentioned earlier? Yeah, it actually happened. Now I'm stuck. Do I really have to remake this whole thing? Or is there a better way to fix it? Let's find out in the next video. See you in the next one.